Every so often, America goes crazy for impeachment. It's like the flu. Someone gets it, and before you know it, everyone's sneezing. Or, well, impeaching. They hoped and prayed Mueller would get rid of the president. But that isn't how the law works. He couldn't do it.
The opinion says that the Constitution requires a process other than the criminal justice system to formally accuse a sitting president of wrongdoing.
It's up to Congress, representatives and senators, to start impeachment proceedings, and the media to rile up the mob. Cue Democrat presidential candidates tripping over one another to milk this impeachment frenzy for all it's worth.
When we talk about a process of impeachment, it is about the checks and balances.
Prepare for impeachment. That's what I've told my colleagues.
I believe that expungement proceedings will strengthen Congress's hand in getting the information and the responses that they need to come to a conclusion about ultimate impeachment.
We took an oath to protect and serve the Constitution of the United States of America. And the way we do that is we begin impeachment proceedings now.
Strangely enough, the more senior, slightly wiser politicians aren't quite as nuts about bringing down the king. Oh, they'd probably love to, but for now they seem content to merely dig deeper.
You don't bring an indictment or you don't bring an impeachment unless you have all of the facts, the strongest possible case.
Robert Mueller's assessment also makes clear that Congress has a right, we believe an obligation, to continue our constitutionally mandated oversight without interference or stonewalling and follow the facts wherever they may lead.
Odd how top Democrats are happy to merely continue their investigations. Their voters and colleagues want impeachment now. But this is politics. It's a hell of a lot dirtier and more cynical than most people would believe. And the smarter folk, they know they're being played.
Trump is goading us to impeach him.
Hard to believe, huh? What does Trump gain from impeachment? Then again, think about it. First, according to the latest polls, most Americans are overwhelmingly against impeaching Trump. Second, the chances of Trump being successfully removed from office are slim to none. Closer to none, really. Sure, Democrats control the House of Representatives, but Republicans run the Senate. They'll hardly vote against their own. And third, the last time the president was impeached, Bill Clinton, his approval rating soared in the aftermath by 10%, no less. You see now why Trump himself is slyly provoking his opponents, endlessly talking about impeachment.
They like to use the impeach word, impeach Trump.
You can't impeach somebody that's doing a great job.
Impeaching.
They can impeach him for any reason.
Let's impeach him because the country is so successful.
We will impeach, but I say, how do you impeach somebody that's doing a great job?
Do you impeach somebody because he created the greatest economic success in the history of our country?
Right and wrong, mood things in politics. Approval and votes are what counts. And this is why top Democratic presidential candidates can't seem to shut up about impeachment. Democrat voters, 70% of them want impeachment. The candidates want their votes. The Democrat leaders want to win the presidential election. They know that if they rush an impeachment and fail, it'll hurt them like hell. And Trump, he's playing the victim. He wants to see his opponents fail, embarrassed. But as interesting as all of this is, remind me what exactly it is that they're going to impeach him for.
TV host and political commentator Steve Maltzberg told us that the Democratic leadership understands that it won't be able to get Trump impeached.
Nancy Pelosi knows that it's politically unpopular, and she would be the first to go. Schumer in the Senate, he knows that even if the House impeaches Donald Trump, then it goes to the Senate, and they have to convict him, and they need 2/3 of the Senate to convict him. And Schumer knows that's never going to happen. It didn't happen with Bill Clinton. Now, when they impeached Bill Clinton, he won re-election. So Nancy Pelosi has been around long enough to understand that the public doesn't really care about this. And they're fed up with this whole Russia gate nonsense. And so they know that even if they impeach him in the House, it's going to fail in the Senate. And Donald Trump, I believe, really wants to be impeached. He's kind of egging them on, hey, do it if you want. It's a horrible word. It's a terrible thing. But he's kind of prompting them to, I dare you to do it, because I think Nancy Pelosi knows it will help Donald Trump.